About the platform. Today, it is impossible and absolutely necessary to work without the platform. If you are teaching in presence or distance learning. This is an important tool to help us as teachers. If we must teach the way students learn, we need adequate methods and tools. And no more than this. Let's see the importance of what we can do with the platform. We have several types of platforms. Let's say we have the main open source types and paid types. There are slightly differences and some other tools. Let us focus on presenting Moodle platform and another platform with some other tools that I would like to emphasize you. This will be in the next video. But about Moodle platform, we have to define a profile. And what do we expect from a LMS? It is presenting a course in its basic aspects and instructions, present objectives, contents, tasks about each module. Doesn't mean if it will be weekly or by topic, presenting synchronous and asynchronous tutoring activities, assessment, formative and summative assessments, and have a learning information and control system available for teachers and for students. This is the general idea of activities and tools we will be playing in a platform. Let's have a little bit about each one. Let me show you the platform I'm using normally. I'm using normally a Moodle platform, and I involve in these activities a general introduction for the different courses I'm normally involved, and the general instructions, basically instructions on which we are giving, let's say, the student's guide, the presentation of the course, initial evaluation, and a lot of topics to help the students to be successful in the students in platform environment. But we have another profile for another course. This was the before course was in Spanish language. This one is in English language, and we have, let's say, a lot of activities and resources in each module. You see, courses can be organized by topics in different formats and according to pedagogical or statistical aspects concerning the tutor would like to make it. You can see this format. It's one format that it's normally used, and now we can see a lot of tools, activities, or resources that we can add to each module. We can have a lot of these activities, some more, and all these are complementary tools that we can use to give more performance, more enhancement to our communication into our courses. Normally, these models are presented by topics or week after week. In each of them, we can organize by contents, by support documents, by tasks, by tutoring, and by assessment. And this is, let's say, a general overview of the main topics and subtopics that we use to present our contents and our courses. More, from these main topics, we can have some other, let's say, presentations of didactic videos or some presentations of documents for support and so on. This is always available in the platform. But if we change for the second week or the second topic can be presented in another format. Let's say when the students go to the platform and it opens it, instead of having all the information, which is very confusing, they will have only a focus on what is the work in this moment. And from that, no problem. We can go forward with this information and changing from week to week. This means that each week the platform opens with different contents, different tasks, and different activities. Let's imagine that we are in a week and how does the platform will opens. If we are in the topic 2, the platform will opens like this, but these items will not be seen by the student. But let's imagine that we are now in the topic 7. So the platform will opens like this. But all the previous topics are available. Student can consult everything, but in fact, the main topic in action is this one. Now, about tutoring. In tutoring activities, we have a lot of importance for the success of the results. Let me quote, let's say, Mckenzie. He said, however, any list of roles that can be produced should only be regarded as a general framework. This means that there is not one rule, but there are several approaches concerning the type of course, concerning the profile of the tutor or the students. More, tutoring activities can be asynchronous, can be synchronous, and from those synchronous can be in presence classroom or in virtual classrooms. From my experience, tutoring is very important, synchronous tutoring. We should have a very good virtual classroom to support our students, to make questions, to overpass doubts, and help our students not to feel alone in distance teaching. More, let's see, guide how to learn. Guide into reflective, constructivist activities. Promote remote collaboration and collaborative work. PLB, problem learning based activities. Guide into formative assessment and video repository of synchronous tutoring. These are the main tutoring activities that we should support our students. And we need tools to do this. For instance, this is an example of a synchronous virtual tutoring that we are involving students from many different countries and many different activities. So we can have, let's say, in this environment, up till 100 students, of course, not all speaking at the same time, but giving them space to present their questions, their doubts, their work, and so on and so on. According to Mckenzie, what is asked to a tutor online, we have to be far superior to the teacher working in classroom environment, especially since the activity is more intense in education terms and the ratio, requirements, and field of technology. This is no doubt about this. To work in virtual environments, you must be much more expert in a couple of technical activities, and you should have a different methodology than you have in your presence classroom. But more, without an effective field of methodology and technology by online tutor, you run the risk of a stroke, and it could become a complete failure. Be careful. Be prepared to make distance teaching. It's not easy. You should have a good preparation for it. No doubt, the difference and biggest requirement imposed to the tutoring in terms of online tutoring to face-to-face teaching environment. No doubt about it. It's really different. And be prepared. but more. Muirhead as well said, students may feel isolated from other learners and tutors. Students may face communication problems with other students and tutors and inadequate feedback. This is another important thing. We must organize our students in groups, group work, to work in distance, but we should teach them how to do it. A lot of methods and techniques are necessary to be made, and this is what we should do, promote collaborative work. More, the criteria and tools to organize working groups. Normally, it's important to see that if we have a very wide range of students in very different countries, we have problems because if we organize, for instance, students from America with students from Europe and Asia, it's very, very difficult to meet a convenient time for their meetings, as much as they will be synchronous. So it's better to organize them according to time zones. Another aspect is as concerning learning styles. People should be working in learning styles, or let's say similar learning styles. It means that if they are not, the working together is much difficult. So we can be careful when organizing our groups. Another aspect is about assessment. Assessment, formative assessment, is extremely important in all types of courses. Doesn't matter if it is in presence or in distance. Assessment is possible to be established adequately, and techniques for a good formative and summative assessment process in virtual environment and traditional, let's say, online courses or in MOOC are possible. We have tested them in several environments, in traditional courses, in online format, in MOOC courses, as I have coordinated, and it's perfectly working if the platform gives you the necessary tools to make it. Let's have a look in a very short way. Making, let's say, a mixed model of learning, reflexive constructivist activities, collaborative group working models, experience models, and problem-based learning models. You need that the platform gives you the necessary tools to implement these activities and these models to work. Otherwise, it is not possible to make it in virtual environment. A formative assessment model can be based on assessment by models or a global assessment. This means that we have to make a couple of things to make it work. And these things are, let's say, related with reflective tasks, self-evaluation, peer assessment, computer-assisted assessment, problem-based learning problems, and repository of assessment. These are the main model to involve our students in, let's say, the tools of a platform. But we need more to use a platform in a Moodle environment. Available tools to implement a learning, informative, and control system are important to connect tutors and learners. And this is very important to control them. Let's have a look at what tools we have in a Moodle platform, or we can install to work in a Moodle platform. We can have a line of information with all contents in progress and all activities in progress. These activities can be more complemented for tutors. These activities or this bar line can inform our students of the work they have done and they have to do. But for teachers, we have more information by student, by groups of students, and all detailed information. So we can be permanently informed in a global way which of them they have already completed all the work, which of them they have missed some of the works, and some other they have a lot of work still to do to be well in the course. Let's have a look, let's say, more information about times of permanence on watching this model or that model. This is already available too. Let's have a look about how can the platform help teachers and students with progress of studying, with the assessment and so on. Let's have a look. We have the progress bar, and in the progress bar the student can click in each item and get information about those one we have finished and those one we have not touched. But as a teacher, you can overview of our students. You can see our students' work, but we can see as well in a different way. For instance, let's imagine that we want to see what are our students doing, the best ones. Let's us organize according to the progress bar. Now we have it ordered from those who have progress from 0, or we can make the opposite. Now we have our best students, and we can see all of them that have made the complete of the work, or those one we have not finished yet the work. We can go further, more, and we are getting more and more information with all details about them. But let's go a little bit more upper and see what else. Let's see not by all students, but by groups. Let's see one of those groups and see. Now let's see. Part of them they have done the good work, and some they have just started, and one of them they have done nothing. But let's have a look in another group. If you look in the group 100, two of them they have completed totally the work distributed, but some of them have started and so on. And this is just like this, a very useful tool for guiding the students and for tutors control the work of students have already done. In MOOC formative and summative, I can report you an inquiry that I've made in the end of the course and the results of the opinion of the students. For instance, one, it was that if you consider that the evaluation, the formative evaluation, as an important ingredient for your results, 94% of the students agreed that formative assessment is extremely important for the good results. More, if you evaluate 1 to 5, the methodology that we use for reflection, for your reflection, just give us your opinion. 86% say that in agree 5. It was meaning that it was really important, this methodology that we have used, and it's available in a platform for you as a tutor can use it. Thank you very much for your attention. We go on with our reflection about these things.